Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy C-Jizzle back at it again, aka Mr. Engineer Your Life, the Blueprint. Hold on. Make sure we Gucci in this thing. But yeah, got another banger for y'all. I cooked this beat up, and I was gonna show y'all the breakdown, how I compose it and everything. And let me see. I made this in wait, let me see. I made this in F minor with a BPM of 136. All right, so how I started, I was gonna use the Unison, like what I had told you about in my last video, the Chord Genie, where it help you make the chords or whatever. But I was just like, what I'm saying, I wanted to go just do it from scratch. So let me see. So I just started out. I was like, I played. This is let me see. This is F minor. So I started out with that chord, and when I heard that chord, I just liked that chord, and so I was just like, I'm gonna just play that same chord, and then I just offset it kind of at the toward the end with a different chord. And let me see. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, let me get right. Okay. So yeah, I think I decided to do this is G major, and then over here I think I did a chord, but I inverted one of the notes. Yeah. But anywho, yeah. So I experimented, and then so this is what I came up with. I'm about to play it, and I just used Keyscape just to have a piano to make all my chords put, and just get a good solid foundation going. So I'm gonna play this. Oh, hold on, my fault. I gotta turn it on because I had turned it off once I finished with it. Alright. Alright. Alright, so that was the foundation right there. I thought that was pretty solid. So then I just copied that and I put it into this one. And this plugin this is Flex. So I put it in Flex, and then I added halftime to it. But I'm gonna play it with and without it. So I'm gonna play without it first. right, so that was without halftime. So now I'm gonna add halftime back to it. So you can see that changed up the whole vibe on it. So I'm like, okay, okay, let's get it. So then I just went with that. It's like the foundation. And then I just started kind of building around it. Um so then I ended up adding, I think the next one, I can't remember the order that I did them in, but I'm gonna just go through like each sound. But I do remember like that was my first foundation, and I just started building around it. So then I added like a flute, and this was off of Flex. I didn't make sure I didn't add nothing to that. All right, so all right, so just something simple. Um, and I like that flute, so I always use that one from Flex, the Flex plugin. And then I added this. This I think was from Flex too. Yep, this was from Flex. It's called Echo Drop. And let me see if I added anything. Oh, I got halftime on this, so I'm gonna play before and after. All right, so you can see how that changed the vibe up. You know what I'm saying? And it still follow. I mean, it changed up the vibe of that sound, but still in line with the foundation and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to correlate, make sure that all the sounds have the same vibe to them. And then what else I added? I added this. I use Omnisphere for this. And then hold on, let me go to a full one. And I think I did use, might have used gross beat on this. Or I used halftime. So we're gonna play it before and after. All right, so what? So you can see how that kind of gave that it's like a phaser kind of feel to it. Um, but all I did was just basically copy from the foundation what I built. I just took these keys, just them top keys, and I just basically copied them here, and and it just kind of, just to give it a little vibe, just to you know what I'm saying, change it up just a slight bit, or give it a little different sound. And then let me see, I use this Omnisphere again. Where I got that on the mixer, right here. Okay, I didn't put that on that, so we're gonna listen to this one. right, so yeah, I wanted some kind of vocals on that a little bit. That's what, just something subtle. So I added that, and that's off Omnisphere. Um, and what else? And then I have found this random vocal that says activate. So I just kind of played around with it, and did I add something to that? Oh yeah, I put Vodex on there. Uh, I just used one of the little presets on there, and I put some reverb on it. So this is what it sounds like. So yeah, I don't know. It just sounded cool. So I was like, I'm gonna just go with it like that. Then I think that was pretty much at least all of the sounds for the melody part. And I'm just making sure I ain't missing anything. I think I got everything. Yeah. So then, of course, I put my usual crashes in there. That's the one I like, and the other one. So then, and of course, I reversed it, so get that build up of energy. Boom. Then this was the pattern for my hi-hats. And on the hi-hats, I had added I put effector on it, and I put this flanger effect, and so basically that gives it that effect. So I'm gonna play it without it. So you can see how it gives it just a little bit more sauce. Then I added my clap. I use that funky fingers. Then I added the snare to offset it. That was funky fingers too. And then I added another snare just to get at that little extra hard feel at certain parts. Like you see how that joint just hit hard and it give it like a harder effect. Then I just added a part with some open hi-hats. You know what I'm saying? Just to add to the vibe. And then let me see. I just added the kick in certain parts. And then it's the bass line. It's the 808 I decided to use. One of the stock ones I had on this thing. Oh yeah, and I added a little bit of distortion to it. always end up using this fruity fast distortion, and you can kind of play around with the shape of it. And so this is what I use, and I'm gonna play it without it. Which that sound pretty decent, but just adding that distortion to it just give it a little bit more sauce. So yeah, and I think that was basically it. And then, you know what I'm saying, of course I put my C-Jizzle, you a fool for this one. C-Jizzle, you a fool for this one. And I added like some reverb to it. Then and then at the end I just use gross beat. I normally use like this setting and I just play the end. So let me see. So you see it changes up just to kind of give it like an outro feel and everything. So yeah, man, that was basically it. So now we can get into it, listening to the beat all the way through, all the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Once again, it's a beautiful thing to see all the pieces of a beat come together. And oh yeah, and then I just put these little breaks right here, just to kind of give it a better transition, slightly more subtle. So I kind of cut those out, and just to make a little doper transition and whatnot. It's all about the subtleties and everything when you making the music and everything. You do subtle things, but it's gonna make a big difference in the overall beat and everything. So, all right, let's get into it. Hope y'all enjoy it. Alright, so yeah, man. That was it. So I think it came out pretty dope. And yeah, man, that junk just sounded like super lit. So something you can get lit too. Yeah, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think. And I appreciate y'all tuning in with the kid, you know what I'm saying? The boy C-Jizzle. And remember, engineer your life. And yeah, man, you the engineer of it. You design it in every aspect. So you are the engineer, the creator, all that. You have the vision in your mind. You gotta put in the work to bring that into fruition and to manifest that life you want. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in with me, and y'all hold it down. Be blessed. I'm gone.